What is up? What's up, my dudes? Welcome to my very first card review. I never expected to do this. Yeah. So I'm planning to let a little bit of time pass before I actually start reviewing. I want to give people the chance to tune in. But after like a minute or two, I will start. So yeah, I have here a tier list thing. I can drag them in, drag them out. Tiers S through F. I'm gonna look at every card. Gonna read every card. Gonna give my brief commentary on it. I have 17 tabs open of the Yu-Gi-Oh card database just to keep track, just to read every card. I also have EDO Pro here, and I could use that, but I also still have Spotify on. Let me close that before I accidentally turn on music. I have done that in the past, nearly. Yeah, that's basically it. I'm gonna let's just go over the tiers a little bit. F tier, don't play. Just don't. This means a card is so bad, and it's. By the way, I should probably start. These tiers are relative to the archetype and how important they are in the archetype. F means it either goes against or just completely doesn't work with the archetype, and S means it's a guaranteed free off, which I don't know if we're gonna. I don't think we're gonna get an F. From what I know from Dragonmaids, they don't really have a card where like, what am I going to do with this? Like, it has to be genuinely in the way for it to make F. So it's not just bad, it needs to be awful. I also will give the archetype as a whole a score, which will be from 0 to 10, 0 being absolutely unplayable, 10 I would consider meta, or at least potential meta. I don't think it's going to get that, and I don't think it's going to get a 0, and 0 would be, yeah, completely unplayable. I don't think it's going to hit either of the extremes here. It's going to be somewhere in the middle. From what I know. Long time no see, man. Yeah, welcome, Blazing Bronze Bro. Okay, let's see. It's a couple more seconds in, and I'll start. I'm giving people just a little bit of time to tune in. So yeah, this setting this up took maybe half an hour total. Half an hour, well, that's including making the thumbnail for this, yada yada yada. Just filling time until I feel. Well, you know, I think it's time I can start. It's been 3 minutes. That's fine for people to wander in. So we're going to over our first Dragonmaid. Most Dragonmaids came from Mystic Fighters. If there's anything special to note about the set, I might say it. Yeah. Otherwise, I'll just keep silent about it. Am I going to watch one of your streams live? Who am I wanted to do Firespark 7? Are you his enemy, Water Splash 7? Suspicious. Anyway, it's almost 4 minutes in. Let's start. So the first card we have is Laundry Dragonmaid. A bit of a lolly card, because why not? Let's see, it's a water level 2 dragon effect monster with 500 attack and 1600 defense. So, oh, by the way, I did no prior research. I have played Dragonmaids before, so that helps, but okay. Yeah, so 500 attack, 1600 defense, blah blah blah. Card text. If this card is normal or special summoned, you can send the top 3 cards of your deck to the graveyard. Now, that's pretty decent. I'm assuming that from what I remember, the archetype does work with the graveyard a lot. Like it summons the big dragons from there. Now, this is the standard effect. I'm gonna just say standard effect and say anything that is particularly notable after that. Because I am not gonna sit here every time. At the start of the battle phase, you can turn this card to the hand and we do special summon one level 7 Dragonmaid from your hand or graveyard. you can only use each effect once per turn. So no matter how many you summon of this, you can't keep sending cards. I'm gonna draw a little bit of nitpick here. You can't, if you have 2 on the field, you can't return both to the hand. You can only return 1. Bit of a drawback, and that I would call significant, because you can happen to have 2, and I don't think this is such a ridiculous effect that's going to get abused. It can only be done at the start of the battle phase. You already banned out using the other effect twice. That's fine. This effect this shouldn't be double twice per turn. That is going to be somehow it's going to be looped. But the second effect, I think, should have just been should have had no restrictions besides level 7. So yeah, not much to say about this card besides that. I'm gonna assume that each Dragonmaid has this weird drawback where if you have 2, you just can't return the second one for no reason. Yeah, it's definitely a good card. Just sending the top 3 and then summoning something from the hand or graveyard. So send straight to the graveyard, and then you hope you send the correct one to the grave. Moving on, I'm going to close this tab. Nurse Dragonmaid. If this card is normal or special summon, you can target 1 level 4 lower Dragonmaid monster in your graveyard, except Nurse, and special summon it. Which is nice. At the start of the battle phase, you can earn this for level 7. So standard effect, but it's also for level 7. I believe this can become level 8, so I'm gonna have to keep mentioning it. And of course, you can only use each effect once per turn. Again, for the second effect, for the standard effect, it really should not be a thing. But yeah, reviving a monster level 4 or lower, which means you can revive any of the basic Dragonmaids, is very good. Considering you probably milled some stuff with your laundry, and you can, well, I feel like there's more that's going to be milling in this deck, because milling is the setup. So again, this is a very good card. This combos the rest of the archetype, and it retrieves your lower Dragonmaids. You don't really have to worry about the higher ones, because you can summon them from graveyard anyway. Moving on. Parlor Dragonmaid. Oh boy. If this card is normal or special summon, you can send 1 Dragonmaid card from your deck to the graveyard, except Parlor. Very good. This is just a archetypal Foolish Burial, and that makes it amazing. Return to the hand for a level 8 Dragonmaid. We're now in the ones that summon level 8. Each effect once per turn. Again, I don't feel like it should have the second effect. I'm gonna stop mentioning it. The second effect on all of the lower level Dragonmaids should not have been hard ones. And anyway, the sending 1 to the graveyard means you can send any of your level 8 Dragonmaids to the graveyard and then immediately summon them at the battle phase, meaning it combos with the archetype. I just realized I forgot to mention what attribute Nurse Dragonmaid is, and I don't know it from the top of my head. It's an Earth. It's an Earth Dragon effect with 500 attack and 1600 defense, and it's level 2. Congrats, you have Xyz potential with Laundry Dragonmaid. Though I don't feel like this archetype is gonna pull one off. Anyway, yeah, archetypal Foolish Burial in an archetype that likes things in the graveyard is pretty good. It says card, which is always nice, that it doesn't say that you have to send a monster. It doesn't force you into a strategy. It just lets you play. Remember, if you have any questions about what I'm saying, just interrupt me. Anyway, attribute Wind levels 3. This is the first level 3. It has 500 attack just like the rest, but it has 100 more defense. You're golden. Good wall. No, absolutely not. Just to be clear. Just a joke. Anyway, moving on. Kitchen Dragonmaid. If this card is normal or special summoned, you can add 1 Dragonmaid monster from your deck to your hand, then send 1 Dragonmaid monster from your hands to the graveyard. So if you already have a high level in your hand, you can add a low level and send the high level away. If you don't have a high level yet, you can just, if you literally have no cards in your hand, you can just, only this, you can summon it, add your high level Dragonmaid and then toss it in the graveyard immediately, just summon it later. Always fun. And of course this one also summons a level 8 at the start of the battle phase. Well, attribute fire, level 3, and same stats as Parlor. It seems the defense is just 100 higher for the level 3s. That is not going to matter in the slightest. Also, if you're gonna look at the stats of this kind of card, then you're doing it wrong. It's gonna swap out in battle phase anyway. Well, moving on, there's not much more to be said here. This is the only Dragonmaid that doesn't have a dragon counterpart at the moment, which is Chamber Dragonmaid. Dark attribute, level 4. Dragon effect monster, 500 attack and 1800 defense. It's 100 more defense. I'm just here to learn more about Yu-Gi-Oh! Yeah. So, again, if you have a question, just ask. Because I'm going through these at my own pace, but I want to make sure everything is clear. Also the reasoning as to why I call an effect good or bad. Let's see. If this card is either or more special, you can add one Dragonmaid spell or trap card to your hand. Searcher, always good. Always. At the start of the battle phase, special summon one level 7 or higher monster, Dragonmaid monster, from your hand or graveyard. And of course this returns to the hand if you do, blah blah blah. Very good that it says that level 7 or higher. It no longer locks into specific ones, like the other 4 we just reviewed do. They all said either level 7 or level 8. This is level 7 or higher, which means you can make any Dragonmaid that's in your graveyard that is that level or higher. Always nice. Again, not much more to be said. You can see that stats increase, but only by 100, and I don't think 1800 defense is really going to matter. This might stop a 2005 level 4 beat stick, but it is not going to stop anything in 2020. Moving on to the first fusion monster, House Dragonmaid, which is a light attribute level 9 monster, which means you can summon it with Chamber. Pretty good. It is a fusion effect monster with 3000 attack and 2000 defense, which is the first decent stat card we've seen. It requires one Dragonmaid monster and one Dragon monster. Pretty easy materials. You can even super poly this. So like use super polymerization. Hold up, let me just pull up a super polymerization. This is super poly. Lets you just discard one card and fusion a fusion monster from the extract, use monster from either field as material, and neither player can chain on this, meaning it's unstoppable. And because dragons make up like 50% of the game. You know, pretty good. But like, no, like really though, this is really good just because a lot of people use dragons, so you can have this as a side deck option. You don't even need to have it, but you can also have it in the main deck, and nobody would look weird at you. Anyway, no, we're not there yet. Anyway, let's look at its effect. Once per turn during the standby phase, you can target one other Dragonmaid monster you control, so summon Dragonmaid monster from your hand or graveyard who's one level higher or lower, in defense position with one level higher or lower than it. Well, this first effect it's pretty slow, because you have to summon this, wait a turn, and then during your standby phase you need to have this still in the field. You have to target an other Dragonmaid, which means you still have to control another. And most of the time you're not gonna. I'm gonna be honest. You're gonna have your opponent blow through your field. If you have if your opponent has a decent deck, which is probably why Dragonmaids haven't really made meta. Anyway, you can special summon in defense mode, which defense mode really doesn't matter because it's Dragonmaids. Because you're probably summoning the lower levels with this. It's fine. When another face-up dragon monster you control returns to hand, you can target one monster your opponent controls and destroy it. Pretty good. this isn't once per turn, which is good. You can just enter if you have this on the field and you have two Dragonmaids, two of the lower level Dragonmaids on your field. You return the both of them to the hand to summon other things. This effect immediately goes off. Oh crap! Selected the entire text. This effect immediately goes off, but not once, but twice. You can destroy two monsters because two dragon monsters were returned, and there is no restriction on this. Nice. That is pretty good. The only downside is it says monster, but to be fair, if it said card, I think it might be a little too powerful because you could wipe fields with it. But it's fine as it is, and it is a decent beat stick. Next up, we're moving into the actual dragon forms of the Dragonmaids, which is of course what they're named for. We're starting off with Dragonmaids. Okay, Nut Jarl. I have no clue. This is the dragified form of Laundry, but you can also use Nurse to summon this, or Chamber. This card cannot be destroyed by card effects while you control a fusion monster, so if you control your... oh fuck, what was its name? House Dragonmaid, right? Let me open my history again. House Dragonmaid, yeah. If you control House Dragonmaid or the other fusion, which we'll be covering later, this card is safe from destruction by card effects. Pretty good. But because the fusion doesn't really shield itself, I think targeting protection would have also been fine on this, just as an additional thing. It cannot be targeted by or destroyed by card effects, but you know, I guess they didn't want to make the archetype too powerful, but this is the thing that's out during the battle phase. It is already kind of safe, except if your opponent happens to run a fucking Mirror Force. A normal one, not any of the variants. This kind of protection honestly would have been more fitting on the lower levels, because they need it, but oh well. You can only use each of the following effects once per turn, which is kind of a nuisance, but oh well, you gotta live with it. You can discard this card and target one monster in either player's graveyard, shovel it into the deck. Not too great an effect. That should have been a quick effect. Gotta be honest there. Like, there is no particular reason for it to not be a quick effect. If it is a quick effect, you could stop something from being revived from the graveyard, or the second some floating effect enters the graveyard, you can be like, no, get the fuck out of here with that shit. But instead, you have this. You have to wait until it's your turn and then be like, oh, I'll shuffle that back into the deck. Unless you're playing against another slow deck like FA that has to wait a turn. You kind of already too late. At the end of the battle phase, you can turn this card to the hand, and if you do a special summon one level 2 Dragonmaid, so if this is in the graveyard, you summon it with Laundry. At the end of the battle phase, you return it, summon Laundry, and then you have the effect ready. You can in main phase 2 discard it, which is kind of the idea for the archetype. That is pretty decent. It is neither good. It's neither here nor there, or whether it's good or not. It's alright. I should probably read the stats and all that. So what I forgot to read is it's a water attribute, level 7, dragon effect with 2600 attack and 1600 defense. I should have put my Discord on Don't Bother. Okay, at least I have it on my second screen. Do not disturb. Okay, sorry about that. Anyway, yeah, it's decent beats, but quite frankly, if it wasn't for the fact that you special summon it, it's really not worth the 26. But because you are special summoning it, I guess it's alright. But remember, you are going to get beaten over easily. Anyway, moving on to the next one. Whew. Haven't done this much talking in a while. Like non-stop. I have no breathing breaks here. Anyway, we're at Dragonmaid's Ernest, which is the dragified form of Dragonmaid Nurse, or Nurse Dragonmaid. That is it. It's an Earth attribute, level 7 dragon effect monster with same stats. Hey, the defense remains the same if they if they become stronger. Anyway, this card cannot be destroyed by card effects while you control a fusion monster, which is the standard. And quick effect. Good. You can discard the special 1 level 4 lower Dragonmaid monster from your hand. Now, this would have been fine as a slow effect. Unless your opponent compulsory your Dragonmaid back to the hand, you really have nothing. I don't see a reason to use this. I guess it's handy as at least not quick. Like, you can still always use this just to additional summon. But I don't see a reason to do it on your opponent's turn. That's all. I guess if you have that second low-level Dragonmaid, you want to activate the effects twice, it's good, but like, this card feels a lot more situational. Like, it's the situation where you would need this to be quick is a lot less likely than for the previous card, yet this is the quick effect and the other one wasn't. And of course at the end of the battle phase, special summon level 2 by returning this to the hand, meaning you can activate its effect again and summon even more. Now I like that, by the way, just a little note, I like that they say can. You don't have to. You can keep them and actually summon with them for high ranks. Anyway, we're gonna move on to the next one because there's not much more to be said about this. Next one is it's 100 points stronger in both categories. Better watch out. It is Dragonmaid Lorpar, which is a wind attribute level 8 dragon effect monster with 2700 attack and 1700 defense. Dragified form of Parlor. Again, the basic protection, and you can discard this card to target one face-up monster on the field. Players cannot activate that. Hold on, what's this text? You can then target one face-up monster on the field. Players cannot activate that. That targets effect. Okay, on the field this turn. Awful. This is another case of, if this is a quick effect, great, amazing even. As a slow effect, you are it's not worth it. You're gonna encounter the situation once in a blue moon where you have to be like, oh god, I have to stop this monster from activating its effect later on. The best you can stop and negate with this, like Borreload Savage, but to be fair, if you're facing something like that, I don't think Lorpar is enough to save you. This should have been a quick effect, like interrupt opponent's play, which is what you would want to do. Now this, yeah, you can use it, again, like I said, on a Omni Negate, stopping it before it can negate something more worthwhile, or they're gonna be like, yeah, I'm gonna waste my negate on this, but they're not gonna. Yeah, why this is not a quick, I do not understand. There is no reason. Anyway, it summons level 3s at the end of the battle phase by returning itself to the hand, allowing you to use this effect during main phase 2, which is even worse. Moving on, hopefully the next one's a little better. Cannot be destroyed by card effects. It is Dragon. I started reading immediately. I'm sorry. It's Dragonmaid Tinkek. It's a fire level 8 dragon effect monster with 2700 attack and 1700 defense. Again, the stats, they're not jumping out. These are not going to be the new beats down diviners. This is it's alright. It's alright. It doesn't hit that high category of attack, and also doesn't hit the low category. It's just somewhere in between. It's average, which is not good, considering the entire thing the archetype is good at is bringing out its beat sticks quickly. It's not good that their beat sticks don't even go to 3k, well, except for the fusion monster. Anyway, basic protection. Quick effect. You can discard this card and target one Dragonmaid you control it against 2000 attack until the end of this turn. That is pretty decent. This actually helps the archetype be a bit more of a beatdown deck. But again, I would rather see this quick effect on the previous card instead of this one, because I feel like you're gonna use this effect a bit more during your own turn. To be fair, this effect is at least useful during your opponent's turn too. Are you attacking? Well, too bad, my monster's actually 2,000 points stronger. If your opponent actually decides to attack into one of your big Dragonmaids. And at the end of the battle phase, you can summon a level 3 back. Yay! It's just standard and it's just the gimmick of the archetype, so there's not much to say about that. The funny thing is, actually, I just realized, you can bounce as many of these back to the hand as possible, but you can only do the low level once per turn. Anyway, moving on. Wait, no, wait. Hold up. I think I just made an oopsie there. Hold up, it should be around here. No, it's each of the following effects once per turn. No, never mind. If you have 2 on the field, you can't actually return the second one. That's my bad. After like reading it 5 times over it on purpose, I actually forgot it was there. Anyway, Dragonite Xiao, which is the House Dragonmaid's Dragified form, requiring a Dragonite monster and a level 5 or higher Dragon monster. The odds of you getting these materials is pretty damn high. It has 3,500 attack and 2,000 defense. It's level 10 light. I love it. Stat-wise at least. Stat-wise it's good. It goes over what you expect from the archetype. Also, these started to be released in Eternity Code, which I believe is the only other set to feature Dragonmaids, but don't quote me on that. Anyway, during each standby phase, you can special summon one level 9 or lower Dragonmaid monster from your hand or graveyard. This includes House Dragonmaid, so... And it says each standby phase instead of your standby phase, which makes it outdo... outdo this bitch. I accidentally clicked that one away. Which is... Oh no, wait, during the standby phase. Never mind. This one actually also works on your opponent's turn. My bad. I think it's actually Xiao. Might be. Anyway, so a correction on the previous one, you can, on the House Dragonmaid, you can also use it during your opponent's turn because it says the standby phase. During each standby phase, I do think it's a bit more clear language, which is how you can see that card writing does evolve still. Anyway, special summon any level 9 or lower, so it's clear. This one's clearly better. When your opponent activates a card effect, you can negate, and if you do, destroy that card. Also after that, return this card to the extra deck, and if you do, special summon House Dragonmaid from your extra deck. So if things get tough, and this is on card or effect, so best kind of negate. Except for the part where it has to return to the extra deck. That kind of sucks, but if you can get it back again, you can keep doing this as long as you have House Dragonmaid in the extra deck. And well, Dragonmaids have some recovery options, so you should be fine. I think, at least. I don't know if they have any recovery options to put back into the extra deck, but oh well. Anyway, this card is pretty good. This is by far the best card in the archetype. Its effect doesn't feel like it's just grasping at straws. It summons a monster during the opponent's standby phase and during your own standby phase. If it still lives by then, it is less reliant on there already being another Dragonmaid on the field, which is good. No. Hoo la hoo. Ooh. Anyway, pretty good card. We're up to the fusion spell. Dragonmaid Changeover. Fusion, summon one dragon. Fusion monster from your extra deck. Use monster from your hand or field as material. While this card's in your grave, you can target one Dragonmaid monster you control. Add this card to your hand if you do return that monster to the hand. Again, it really plays into the returning to the hand stuff, which there isn't many support for. I know, like Fountain of Life or something, which gives you 500 life points every time this happens. You can make pretty big buck on that, on life points, but whether you'd want to run that is another matter entirely. Anyway, this is a very basic fusion spell. It has a return option. Always nice. You can, if you send this away with Parlor or with Laundry, you can return them to the hand and immediately play it. Yeah, besides that, there's not much to note. It is as basic can get. Dragon restriction because it's from a dragon archetype. Not a big deal. Next up is Dragonmaid Welcome. All monsters you control gain 100 attack and defense for each Dragonmaid monster you control. This addresses one of the major issues with Dragonmaids: they're too weak. This at least strengthens them up a little. If you control 2 or more Dragonmaid monsters, you can throw 1 Dragonmaid card in your graveyard, except Welcome, added to your hand. This is a once per turn effect. That is very good. That is very good. Controlling 2 or more Dragonmaid monsters shouldn't be too much of an issue. With either the nurse big girl or the just nurse small, you should either be able to, make more dragons. If this card is sent to the graveyard, your opponent cannot target Dragonmaid monster you control with card effects this turn, so if your opponent decides to blow this up first, he's shit out of luck if it comes to targeting, which is good. And it doesn't say you currently control, which, love it. I hate it when cards say that, especially when they're just still for the turn. Anyway, yeah, very, very good. Its attack gain effect is as relevant as a red medicine, but besides that, it's pretty freaking good. Easy return, and it has an effect upon destruction. That isn't half bad. It's not great. You'd rather keep it on the field, but it's nice that it's there. Next up, we have Dragonmaid Send-Off, which is a quick play spell card. Target 1 Dragonmaid monster you control, special 1 Dragonmaid monster with a different name from your hand in defense position. If you do, return the targeted monster to the hand. The special summon monster cannot be struck by battle or card effect until the end of next turn. Now, this is actually nice because this addresses the issue with that Dragonmaids can only return when it's convenient for them. They cannot return on other times. For instance, during the main phase, if your opponent plays like Tribute to the Doomed, back in 2005, and they target your Dragonmaid, you can be like, nope, remove it from the field and summon a different one, causing the effect to miss. Which is nice. This card allows that. It's too bad that it does return the targeted monster to the hand instead of summoning another, but it's alright. Why did you retract your messages, Firespark? Anyway. You can only activate 1 per turn. Another good thing about this is you can summon a Dragonmaid, attack with it, return it to the hand, and then summon another and beat your opponent to death with that. Hopefully. Anyway, pretty good card. It's not amazing, but it is most definitely handy. Dragonmaid's Hospitality. Special summon 1 Dragonmaid monster from your hand or graveyard in defense position, then you send 1 Dragonmaid monster with the same attribute but a different level from your deck to the graveyard. Brilliant. This helps you get the 2 or more on the field to trigger the other Dragonmaid, the Dragonmaid Welcome. This straight up sets you up to make the big Dragonmaid. Doesn't work for Chamber. Too bad. Yeah, I have not much to say about this. This one is good. Moving on. Dragonmaid Tidying. Target 1 dragon monster you control and 1 card your opponent controls, or in their graveyard. Return them to the hand. You can banish this card from... That's... you're losing out on your own card, but I guess it's fine. This is at least a quicker version of I forgot whose effect it was. It was not the nurse, it was the laundry dragon form, which could shuffle one back into the deck from the graveyard. This is just a superior form of that, because it can also do controls, and it's quick-ish. It's a trap card, so you have to first set it, wait a turn, and then be like, yeah, Dragonmaid Tidying. This came out in Rise of the Duelist. Neato. Do not speak ill of Red Medicine. It's one of the most powerful cards in all of Duel Monster. You know what? Bonus round. We're doing Red Medicine. Red Medicine. Well, okay, here you go. Normal spell card. Increase your life points by 500. Now, what's good about this card is that it increases your life points by 500. But why would you? There are a plethora of cards that do better. This card came out in 2002, at which point it became irrelevant. There's just better options. Let's search for the Cure Master. Oh, crap. Cure Master. Cure Master. Wow, increase your life points by 1,000 points. Already doubling what it could do. And what set this did? When did this come out? 2002, same year. They already doubled up on what Red Medicine could do. But you have Soul of the Pure, which, guess what, also does more. Also comes out in 2002. So where I'm going with this is there is zero reason to run Red Medicine. So yeah, there's the Red Medicine review that Firespark was hoping for. Welcome, Javi, to the chat. It's been a while. Anyway, we're up to the trap cards already, and then I'm gonna start tiering all the cards. I've been gone for 40 minutes almost. Jeez, that's 30 minutes of straight up talking, reading cards. You can banish this card from your graveyard, special one Dragonmaid monster from your hand or graveyard in defense mode, but return it during the end phase. Return it during the end phase is about as relevant as nothing. Actually, there's nothing quite as irrelevant as that effect, because you're going to bounce it around battle phase again. You can only use one tidying effect per turn, and only once that turn. Now, what I like about this, it doesn't specify that it has to be, like, except the turn it was sent to the graveyard. Which is, you know, it would be kind of useless on this card. Its on-field effect is significantly worse than its graveyard effect. You'd run this for the graveyard effect only, because it actually helps you. But the other one, it's you're lowering your own field and you're bouncing a card. But yeah, it's called Compulsory Evacuation Device, which did it better a decade ago. Now, what is good about this, of course, is the fact that it's searchable and, well, the graveyard effect. Moving on to the last card, which is the continuous trap card, Dragonmaid's Downtime. You can target one Dragonmaid you control, then activate one of these effects. Return it to the hand to add one Dragonmaid card from your deck to your hand. Pretty good. Or return it to hand. And if you do, then why not? I guess to make it more specific, why not? I was about to say, why not say target one Dragonmaid once you control, return it to the hand, and activate one of these effects. But this way, if the effect gets negated, you don't have to do that. And its second effect, return it to the hand. You do return one spell or trap card your opponent controls. You can only use this effect once per turn. First effect, good. Second effect, pretty bad. It just returns to the hand, meaning your opponent just has access to it next turn, at which point they might probably have something to get rid of downtime. But, you know, searching, always good. It says Dragonmaid cards, not monster. Love it. and it's continuous, so if your opponent doesn't decide to blow it up, you can keep it, you can use it during their turn, you can straight up just bounce a card that's about to be destroyed. Your opponent activates Raigeki, yo shit. Oh shit, you don't have monsters anymore. Oh well, too bad. So sad. Go cry. Good card. Well, with that out of the way, let's start tiering the cards. S tier is completely unmissable, A is quite unmissable, B is maybe a 1 or 2 of, C maybe a 1 of, D better not, F you fucking don't. You just straight up don't. So let's start with laundry. It is a solid A tier. It helps the archetype, it sets up for the archetype. Well, yeah. Then we get to Nurse Dragonmaid. Nurse is S tier. For the archetype, of course. It's straight up, it again plays into the archetype, it works with it. Special summon level 4 lowers from the grave, which it doesn't offer quite a lot of those options to return your lower levels from the grave. Would be nice if it did, but oh well. You're gonna be probably running 3 of these, maybe only 2 laundries if you don't feel like running too many low levels. Then we have Parlor. I'm doubting whether it's lower S or upper A. It is a foolish burial for the archetype, which is pretty good. So I'm just gonna put it in an S. For the archetype, it's quite unmissable. Just due to the way it sets up. It sets up better than the other one. Kitchen. Remember right, that one. Let me just open up the card database again. I'm just gonna keep this. I'm gonna keep this tab now. Just do through 50 items per page. That way I don't have to. Kitchen. Does it still show 50? It does not show 50. I'm disappointed. Yeah, you can add one. Add one from your deck to your hand. S tier. It's your searcher. What you gonna do without your searcher? Chamber. It's right here. It's normal special. You can add 1 Dragonite spell or trap card from your deck to your hand. It's the searcher for the spell and trap cards. And this one's the searcher for the monsters. Okay, that's how it works. I'm opening the wrong thing. I again have to say this is S tier. In the archetype, you're going to need it. There's no other way to easily access your spells without having to recycle them, which most of them don't even do. Then you have House Dragonmaid, the last of the maid monsters, and then leading into the actual dragons, which is, it's a B. It's a good beat stick, it is a good destruction engine, but besides its easy accessible destruction, does not work against spell trap cards. You're gonna still be running 3 of these, but that's just for Xiao, rather than for her own effect. Good, but just not irreplaceable. Then we get to the dragon monsters, which I already forgot most of the names. The laundry dragon one. Let's see, it was a slow effect to return 1 from the graveyard to the deck. C tier. Quite frankly, you want this just to summon laundry and nurse back with, but you don't want it for other reasons. You're gonna notice that the archetypes kind of starts falling apart in its bigger boss monsters, and that the lower ones are all actually pretty good. Just a little heads up. The Nurse Dragonmaid dragon form, which summons 1 from hand as a quick effect. It gets a B tier. Its effect is at least not inappropriately timed during your own turn instead of as a quick effect to counter your opponent. It is already a quick effect, but it can't counter your opponent, but it does what it needs to do. Perfectly fine. Then you have the parlor one. So that's going D tier. Its effect, it's so poorly timed. You're still gonna be running it just to summon parlor in the kitchen. That is great. But its stats aren't amazing, and its effect is, again, it has no business being a once per turn instead of a quick effect. I have to refresh my page here. My stream page. Yeah. What's there to say except fuck? Then you have a tech hick or something. I don't know. It's an A tier. It's the first one I'm gonna put up there from the big. What's happening? Tearing them. Not much. I am tearing the cards. That's all. Weren't you watching? Anyway, why is it A tier above the others? It is a quick effect. It does stuff you want it to do. It boosts your attack by 2000, which for this archetype that focuses a bit on beatdown, not bad. Not bad at all. Yeah, that's all there's to say about it. It's good because of that. It can summon your kitchen and you can summon your parlor, and it effect again is appropriately timed. Then we have the other fusion monster, which is no doubt an S tier. It's an Omni Negate of the highest caliber. What more do you want me to say? You want me to sit here pretend that it returning to the deck is that bad? It is bad. But because of the archetype's recyclability, I think it's fine. You can recycle your Dragonmaid send-off, you can recycle your Dragonmaids. You should be fine. And it even recycles your Dragonmaids for you. What's not to love? The fusion spell, again, it's average. It returns itself, which is pretty good, but it doesn't offer any additional things. Like if you use this specific, if you do this specific, like a Dragonmaid you control, you can send one dragon. You can use one Dragonmaid from your deck that has the level that it's mentioned in its card description as material. Like if you use Parlor, you can use a level 8 dragon from your deck. That would. What the hell happened? I don't know what you're talking about. Hold up. You don't have easy access to chat this time. Question marks for you. So yeah. B tier, it could have done more. It could have done more, and that's the only sin it has committed. So yeah, Dragonmaid, welcome. Like I said, graveyard effect and attack boosting effect are not the most relevant things, but being able to return things from your graveyard to your hand is pretty good. And the condition for that is pretty fucking easy. It gets a solid B tier. A tier. Blah. It's not average like send off. The video acted like it ended for a few minutes ago. That's weird. Well, it's not over yet. I guess it was buffering. It does that sometimes. Yeah. So okay, Dragonmaid sent off. The one that returns Dragonite to your hand and lets you summon a different one. I'm doubting between C and B. I'm gonna go with C. I feel like it's a little too situational. You can again use it to save your monster when it's about to be hit by a card effect, but quite frankly, it does a shit job at it by returning the monster you summon again. I believe that. Hold up, let me check that. Let me check what I say before I say it. Return that entire monster and that special one cannot be sure. Oh no, it doesn't return the monster, okay. It only returns the monster that was on the field already. Anyway, it's fine. Honestly, with that, I would say it's B. It doesn't return the summoned monster, but what it does do is nothing spectacular, but it is good, it's positive, it works in your favor. The next one is Hospitality. I forgot the effect for a second. So I summon a Dragonmaid from your graveyard in defense position, and then one Dragonite with a different level from your deck to the graveyard. Okay. Solid 8 here. And or graveyard, hold up. You know what? In the archetype, that's an S tier. It literally sets up the archetype just perfectly to do what it wants to do. Anyway, that just leaves us with downtime and tidying. And tidying is going to get a D tier from me. Its bouncing effect on the field is awful, and its graveyard effect is good, it is not amazing. It summons one from the hand or graveyard, right? Yeah, hand or graveyard. Which is a revival method, which is a little slow. And you already have Nurse, which is more recyclable than that. Yeah. And then for downtime, it's C tier. Again, it's just too slow. You have better ways of searching, namely Dragonmaid, Kitchen Dragonmaid, and Chamber. Chamber being a little inconsistent due to only Xiao or House summoning her, but besides that, I don't see any reason why you would want to run this over those two. Parlor also helps with giving access, and Laundry helps with giving access. It doesn't do anything in the graveyard, as far as I know. No, it doesn't do anything in the graveyard, which is just sad. Why doesn't it do something? That's the question here. Yeah, this is the tiering. S tier for the archetype. These cards are the most important. These cards still important. These cards less important, or less powerful in the archetype, I should say. Important is a different matter, because this one is still very important, just because this one is important. But yeah, as you go down the list, it's clear that the trap cards are underperforming, should do more. That's the simple of it. The monsters, it is these slow effects that are written like they're supposed to be quick effects. At least their effects are effects that you want to do quick. Why? You have to be here, you just have the things that do very average things. All of these I would consider pretty average. This one is maybe A tier if you really want to stretch it. Like, I wouldn't mind if anyone said this is fine. But I wouldn't say that any of these are any better. Dragonmaid Send-Off is here just because it should have done more. And if they ever bring out another Dragonmaid fusion spell, it's probably going to outdo this one just because there's so much potential. And then you have the A tier, which is just, it's cards that help the archetype set up or beat down or recover, but it does so in the weaker way. And of course the S tier is most of the low levels except for Laundry. Fuck Laundry. But yeah, most of them are Searchers or Revivers or Foolish Burials. Well, that's what they all are. And you have Xiao and you have Hospitality, which both... Xiao is just a boss monster. It feels like a boss monster. It acts like a boss monster. It doesn't act like a pussy. And you have Hospitality, which straight up does what the archetype wants to do. It sets up perfectly. It recovers your low levels. Nothing more to ask there. So yeah, well, there's time left, so I guess I'm making a deck. Hold up, I saw Skull Servants open. I should have probably just pulled this up. Let me check characters, I might have one. No, I don't. Well then. This will be the first Dragonmaid deck I'll make on Yu-Gi-Oh! Pro. I already have one on Legacy of the Duel list, but... Hold up, that is one word, Dragonmaid. So, remembering that the tier list is a reference, I am going to put in... I think 2 downtimes are fine. I don't need tidying. You're gonna need 3 welcomes, 2 send-offs, 3 hospitality, and 3 changeover, because that's still important. For the extra deck, yes. The extra deck cards are fundamental to the deck. And so are the low levels. Like that, we already have most of our most of our deck filled. Let's see, 2 Urnus, 1 of these, 1 of this, 2 of these, I think is fine. And just like that, I happen to end it. Exactly 20 monsters. But now comes the fun stuff. We get to add generic support. I already mentioned that I like Super Poly in this. I'm not going to make a side deck for this, by the way. Is Super Poly unlimited at the moment? Oh god, it's unlimited. 2 of them are fine though, because you are kind of relying on your opponent playing dragons. Have a side option to swap Poly out in case your opponent really doesn't use any dragons. Let's see, if 5-headed dragon. Why? You better ask yourself why not. Let's add a number 11 into the mix. I like number 11. That's the symbol of it. And you have access to the level 7s, so why not? I don't know any other generic XCs I would want in here. I know which one I want, but I guess I'm just misspelling it. It's Sarjuja. People always call it Saruja, so I got confused. It's Sarjuja. Saryuya. Anyway, 2 of these, because it can never hurt. Borrow load, because, you know, you'll have the space. And a Borrow sword, if you have the space, why not? You have an extra slot, have fun with it. I have nothing that I really want to add here. Yeah, I'm like, what should I add? I'm not going to add anything just for the sake of adding it right now. Normally you would want to add something for the sake of adding it. Anyway, no deck is complete these days without Ash Blossoming something. I'm only going for 2 because I don't have too many slots left in the deck. And I feel like Super Poly is already a good way to interrupt my opponent. Let's see. What else would you want? I'm thinking right now, just to make that clear. Honestly, you would want a Foolish Burial. I know, you have access to Parlor. But if you don't draw Parlor, you at least have... We're going Japanese art. A Monster Reborn, because why not? Ordinary Polymerization? Do you have any more jokes? The archetype has its own fusion method, which is its own fusion spell card, which is searchable, more accessible, and literally works as polymerization would, except only for dragons. And if you don't, unless you're adding something that isn't a dragon, at which point I have to ask what the fuck are you even adding. But yeah, I'd say don't add normal polymerization. It's not worth the slots. Which, it's again a case, like this does too little, and it already does more than polymerization. Keep that in mind. Oh, gotta refresh my stream page for a second. Sorry, sometimes does a buffering thing where I just see buffering and I don't see the preview anymore. It's very annoying. And it stopped again for a few seconds. I guess it stops whenever I have to do my refreshing. I'm sorry. But I'd like to be able to see what's happening. But yeah, so yeah, just to pull it up for everyone else. Polymerization. In case you never heard of this card, which is mentioned in the text of 159 cards. Most of which are going to be contact fusion saying you don't need it. Or cards that are named similarly. Wait, actually this doesn't mention polymerization at all. They do it for any fusion card. They've set it up so if you look polymerization you get a fusion card. That's hilarious. Anyway, the regular polymerization got put at the top of the list because I typed it literally. Polymerization, fusion one from your extra deck, using one from your hand, or field as fusion material, which is the same as this, only it doesn't return itself, so unless you try into it, you have wasted your time. Yeah, that is the symbol of it. Now this only works for fusion. Normal spell cards for changeover doesn't work. Now I'm thinking, what should be the 4th card? Well, to seeing the fact that the deck doesn't have MSD? No. We're not little kids here. I was actually gonna go into the category of MSD. But so we're not going weak sauce with destroy one spell or trap card. Twin Twisters destroy 2 by discarding 1? Better, but we can do better. Harpies. I have to apostrophe this. I can't apostrophe in EDO Pro. Fucking hell. The Feather Duster. We're going for Harpy's Feather Duster. Which is like MSD, only it destroys all spell and trap cards your opponent controls. It is limited currently, so it's legal. Welcome back, Harpy's Feather Duster. So yeah, this is let me sort it real quick. This is my deck profile for Harpies. What? For Dragonmaids. You add in one Harpies card. Now it's Harpies Dragonmaids. No. Anyway, so yeah, this is my profile for Dragonmaids. Feel free to use this either as your deck or as a reference for building your own. I would suggest, if you want a reference for making your own, to be better off with the tier list. There's no F tier cards in this, so there's nothing that is so god awful that I would say never play. But yeah. Anyway, Dragonmaids. I am going to playtest this because, well, it's only been an hour. Firespark, you up for a round? If he's not, I'm just going to challenge someone random to see how this deck performs in a online match. Sure. Okay, he says sure. Oh, damn, it's on, Firespark. Dual Links? No. EDO Pro, I want to test out this deck. It's kind of the point. Dragonmaids aren't on Dual Links, which might change in the near future. I don't know. Dragonmaids are pretty cool, But to be fair, they're going to be focused on Xyz archetypes for a little bit. Just gotta start it up though. Okay, well, while you start up, I'm just gonna play a random online match to showcase what the deck can do. How it performs in a harder match, where someone might be playing main meta. And then after that, I'm gonna play against you, where I can show a bit more off of how the deck should perform. Okay, let's see. Psychos. This sounds like a diff. So I feel like Dragonmaids are more a second to go deck than first. There is not much setup with the deck. Let's see, pretty good starting hand. I have shut up. Emergency teleport. He's using psychics. Okay, I see. He's going for rank 3 Xyz or level 6 few synchros. Let's see. Or Infernity Conjure. Oh. Okay. What is your play going to be? Oh, it's going to be Crystal Hellquifibrix, or Needle Fiber, as most people would call it. If this card links like a special 1 level 3 or lower tuner monster from your hand or deck in defense position, but cannot activate its effect this turn, during your opponent's main phase or battle, you can banish this card. You control special 1 tuner synchro monster from your extra deck. This is treated as synchro summon. Pretty good. And there is IP Masquerena. Okay, so I might be in trouble here. And Conjurer is back. This guy can make rank 5 during my turn. Rating 5, not rank 5. Oh, and it's making Mech-Knight, Crusade, yeah, Aframax. Cannot target this card. All other monsters cannot target this monster for attack except this once per battle. Or this card battles a special summoned monster. Gains attack equal to the monster's deck during damage calculation only. Fuck. Okay, so now that it's clear that I am pretty fucked. Well, I'll discard this. The special summon first. The summon Laundry. What's that? That's Infernity Suppression. No, you can activate this card on turn when your opponent activates one. Negate attack, then inflict damage round equal to that monster's level times 100. So negate that effect and basically deal 200 damage. Ow. Ow. Why would you do that? No, why would you do that? Huh? Who do you think you are? Huh? What do you think you are? Okay, anyway, normal summoning. Kitchen Dragonmaid, which is, of course, the one he would have wanted to negate. Let's see, which one do you want? Fimek. Oh crap, I forgot you had the scent one as well. Let's add Fimek back to the hand. And then we're gonna make Xiao, because Xiao is good. Put him in an extra monster zone. Wappa! Let's not do that. We don't need to. We don't need to shake it up right now. Let's go into the battle phase. To summon Fimac. I just realized what I did. Why didn't I activate send off? He does it anyway. What a you fool! For some reason, in your process, almost all cards in my deck are banned. That's because it's using the wrong ban list. Check the ban list. It's probably set to GOAT format. Oh crap! Oh crap! It is not doing what I hope it would do. Summon Kitchen. Destroy Conjurer. Yeah, I fixed it. Okay. And with that, my turn is over. Activate this, targeting that. I can summon a level 2 or a level 4 from the graveyard. I summon Laundry, activating its effect. Sending the top 3 cards of my deck to the graveyard. It's going to attack my housemate thing. This card against that. Okay, so well, he's going to go up to 6,000 and compose mine to 5. Doesn't help me too much. Let's review the graveyard. Let's see what I have. I have both my send-offs. I have my downtime in there, which sucks. Downtime doesn't have a graveyard effect. What would send-off get me? Send-off wouldn't get me too much. Wait. Yeah, send-off. I have to send a Dragonmaid I control to the graveyard. Oh. Or to the hand. And then I get this one back. Activate this to make another of my big one. Yeah, it says target, which sucks, because everything targets in this game these days. Everything has target protection, I mean. Which one do I want back in my hand? I guess having downtime couldn't hurt. I should have first summoned Laundry to check what else would be in my graveyard at this time. Super Poly's gone. Sucks. I forgot to add what I wanted to add as final card. Cause I had thought at the last moment, like, oh wait, this card for the extra deck. Yeah, that's great. Let's see, they're both equally strong. Put that in quotation marks. Thick heck? Think heck. Think heck. Think heck. I'm gonna attack with this thing. They're equal attacks, so they destroy each other. He gets to shuffle one back into the deck, which is alright with me. At the end of the battle phase, of course, you put this thing back into the deck and special summon. Laundry in attack mode. To pick on him. No other reason. Why am I not playing Send Off? Danger. Jackalope? I don't know if that's danger. He got rid of Lightning Storm. Why would you even not act? If you want the Jackalope discarded, why not activate this? Get rid of my back row. And then be like, yeah, Jackalope discards itself. Dangers do stuff. Anyway, Firespark, I'm ready to take you on. So I'm just going to do Firespark real quick, and then I'm going to end the stream, because then I think we've seen enough of the Dragonmaids for now. The host button is right around here. Okay, good. Sorry, my stream overlay thingy is, for me, it's right here. I can't see it. I made a room. Oh, never mind. I'm gonna join your room. Show locked room. The billionaire. Oh god. It can only be one thing. The billionaire store. I'm here with Young Koopman, the billionaire store. Is this Young Koopman? I forgot a letter. He says the world list. I can't use my deck. Hold up, gotta change it now. Too many Skull Dread is banned on the world format. Yeah, it's limited. Everything else is fine. Just okay. Now I'm able to play. I am able to play with Jan Koopman. Well, Billionaire Story versus Dragonmaids. Yay! So, knowing Koopman, this is going to be very obvious what he's playing. He's going to be playing, whatchamacallit? It's on the tip of my tongue. Heroes. Normal summon Parlor effect. Send away Send Off. Changeover, I mean. Not Send Off. Send away is Changeover. Changeover's effect. Bounce back Parlor. Play Changeover. Make Xiao. Xiao is big beatstick. Xiao is ready for this. Xiao will wreck your face. It's the standby phase. I can't revive any level 9 or lower. Dragonmaid from the graveyard. I'm getting MST'd right a fucking way. I'm not negating that. Revive Parlor. In defense mode. Effect Parlor. Send, what else do I not want? Or what do I want? No, I want kitchen. Kitchen needs to be available. He has his space typhoon. I have my dragon waifus. Let's be honest. That's what this archetype's all about. That's what it's really all about. That was pathetic, as we'd call it in the biz. Effect of kitchen. Kitchen adds me the think hack. Then I have to discard think hack. What effect can I even activate from the grave? I can activate Changeover again. You want to call on Discord? Sure, I'll call. Hold up, I'm gonna call him to talk about how much I'm kicking his ass. Oh, I didn't notice. I'm sorry. Sorry, I didn't notice your message. Hello?
What?
Oh,
Hola.
He's here. Welcome, Firespark the 7th, to the stream.
Yeah. Well, I was already spectating, but I thought, to prevent cheating, let's just close the stream.
I mean, you could have totally done what I did that one time, where I was just like, "Oh, that
Yeah,
bottomless strap of yours is just not gonna help."
I don't do that shit.
That was hilarious.
It was hilarious. So,
Because he actually, okay, just for context, he actually thought I was psychic for a moment.
no, I didn't. I was just like, what the hell? How?
Anyway, let's use these dragon waifus to kick your ass now.
But why was I able to do Mystical Space Typhoon from my hand? Is that because of the rule setting I used?
Mystical Space from hand, it's a quick play spell.
Yeah.
You've always been able to use quick play spells from hand.
In the opponent's turn?
That was on your own turn. You drew a card and deactivated it. You chained it on your own draw.
Oh. I knew I changed on something, but I thought I was changing your stuff.
No, I didn't do anything on your turn. Also, I am now kicking your ass.
Yeah, I noticed.
Interesting strategy. Nothing, but I'm gonna have to say, I think the playing card strategy might work a little better for you.
Yeah, but I didn't have shit way to stack yet. That's what I was going for.
Excuse me, what?
What?
No, now I just have my maid out, okay? You made me drop my dragon for my maid. I have no clue what you're doing.
I just played.
Yeah, that got negated. I had my negate out.
You fucking.
Let's do one rematch, then we'll have had a match duel. First the two wins. Let's be honest, I'll win.
You know what? Like you had in your first turn like 3,500 attack. Like how was I supposed to beat that?
Anything that destroys monsters.
Yeah. You do remember who you're talking to, right?
Yeah. If you use tribute, if you're offering to the doomed, that's a shitty monster destroy card. Let's go. Chamber Dragonmaid. Effect Chamber Dragonmaid. Dragonmaid Changeover.
I'm just gonna.
Dragonmaid Changeover. Oh god, I can make 5-headed dragon right now. I'm not gonna. Mostly because it's not my best option.
Yeah, that's better.
Why am I summoning it here? I can summon it in the extra monster zone.
I don't know. Because you can.
Oh god, you sound awful right now.
Oh, yeah, that's because I plugged you into my earphones.
Ah.
You know, I thought the speaker was annoying, but now that makes... Now I need to hold the phone to actually talk to you.
Yeah, maybe change back to what you had before. Because I hadn't any problems with that. Nurse Dragonmaid the hand. Yeah. Nurse Dragonmaid the graveyard, because I forgot that's how it works.
Okay.
I keep forgetting the kitchen requires me to discard as well.
Okay.
Anyway.
Okay.
Nurse the field. Nurse effect. Parlor to field. Parlor to effect. Get sent. Let's see. What I have 2 of the big Dragonmaids in my grave.
You freaking. Oh, am I?
Let's send the deed here to the grave. Well, Hirschberg, come on! I only summoned monsters.
Yeah, but. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna normal summon Elemental Hero Soldier.
Solid Soldier!
With Solid Soldier's effect, I special summon Elemental Hero Heat.
Elemental Hero Heat!
Hey, I got special summon. What's this? Oh! Yeah, but not good enough. Okay, so, in the battle phase...
Oh, jeez, the battle phase starts! Hold on!
Oh.
Here is Thinkhack. And here is... Lorpar. And... Ernest. What, were you hoping to take down one of my weaker ones and deal me some damage?
You wouldn't.
Because, you know, that's the whole point of Dragonmaids, is that you're not doing that. Well, that was a pretty bad move, just took damage. Like, what was your plan there? Oh, hold up, I just remembered who I'm talking to.
Oh, I only read the 700 because the 2 was merging with the 0 of the other card.
With the 0 of the other card? What?
Yeah, you know, you got that card of Dragonmaid's Thinkhack that ends with 1700, like 1700 defense. And then you got the other card, Dragonmaid Lorpar, that has 2700 attack. And the 2 of the 2700 was merging with the 0 of the 1700, which made me think that it was 700 attack.
How is your field even looking like this? There's plenty of space between the 2 cards.
Hey, I'm just, you know, I don't know.
Yeah, I genuinely don't know how you did this one.
I didn't do it. It's my friggin' field that looks like that. Maybe it's because it's because I didn't have full screen. And don't ask me why I didn't have full screen, because I don't have a legit answer.
Why didn't you have full screen?
I don't know.
Oh no, Parlor is destroyed. I just realized the Dragonmaids' names are their normal counterparts, anagrams of their normal counterparts.
Well, just destroy my heat already.
Hold on, not yet. First, we're getting back my Dragonmaids. And now I get to add a Dragonmaid monster from my deck to my hand.
Oh dear, I hope tomorrow I have a bit of a chance, at least, with my real life decks against yours.
Depends on what I do.
Yeah, it does. Well, at least my humiliation won't be in front of the entire internet tomorrow.
That's so sad. We should get the internet involved.
Yeah, the first real life live stream from Cactus Bandit.
What are you doing on this live stream? Kicking Firespark's ass. What else new?
Kicking the newest live stream, kicking Firespark 7's ass in real life.
You know that if I ever get big, that is what we're doing, right?
Oh, I don't even mind. I would gladly cooperate with that.
Proving that Firespark is just as bad a duel as in real life. Dab. The thumbnail will be just me dabbing.
Oh, I can't wait already.
Let's mill my deck a little. Who needs cards, right? Activate Changeover. Yes, 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 yes!
What?
Yes!
What?
Look at the monster! That's actually one of the strongest cards in all of Duel Monsters. At least in terms of attack points. Highest natural stat, 5,000. And I just made it specifically for you. Aren't you? Aren't you happy?
Oh, I'm honored.
Now let's make Ernest again. And let's make Thnick. Thinhake. Anyway. This 700 that you fought is going to destroy your heat. 3,900 is going to help destroy you, and then 5,400 to finish you off.
What a surprise! I lost. What a surprise!
And I'm gonna round off the stream here. I will still be willing to play a few rounds with you, but that will be off stream. So
yeah, sure.
So you don't have to tune out right now. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you guys enjoyed this very first archetype review. I forgot to give this archetype a rating. I'd say it's a solid 6 out of 10-ish, 6 or 5. It is not awful.
I really like this, and then I think you should
like mechanic-wise, I give it an 8. It is very fun to play. The cards work, but you know, strategy-wise, the big monsters have no effects on fields except for their very, very basic protection, which kind of sucks considering they're only around during the battle phase. So they're only safe from Mirror Force, and the low levels don't get any protection, which is
But Ben, I really like this concept. I think you should do it more often.
Oh, you like the? I thought you meant the concept of the archetype.
No, I mean this stream-wise.
Yeah, I can do this every once in a while, and at some point do heroes. 180 cards.
At some point.
That is going to be like 24 hours reviewing heroes.
No, just you should prepare that like just elemental hero or masked hero, but more specific, because I play masked hero.
But the problem is, masked hero is intertwined with element hero. Element hero is intertwined with destiny hero. Destiny hero is element hero is also intertwined with evil hero. Everything crisscrosses the whole time.
Okay, but that's why you should prepare that
That is going to be 10 hours.
Yeah, okay, but it's still just a bit of just try to make it so as short as possible, and then like at the end, instead of giving a rating of instead of doing a deck list, you just check out, you just whip out my hero deck, either real life or online, and say and start bashing mine.
This is the start off. This is now an example. Now, some of you might be disgusted by this. This is an example of a bad build.
Yeah.
One Shadow Mist? Are you kidding me?
Yeah. I don't have any more. Okay.
They're not that hard to come by.
I do want more Shadow Mists. If you have any, take them with you tomorrow.
The problem is they're in my own hero deck. You know, they're kind of a free off in heroes.
Yeah, I know.
Anyway, guys, I'm gonna round off now. I hope you enjoyed. Join the community Discord if you haven't already. And in the suggestion box in the community Discord, make sure to drop more archetypes. I might do this again. I'm not gonna do this every week, but maybe once every 2 or 3 weeks. Because I did enjoy this. I did get to talk a lot more than I usually do. My throat actually hurts a little. Anyway, see y'all next time. Bye-bye.